To me, being a baddie looks exhausting. Your world is centered around a constant need for validation, for likes. You always have to have everything looking perfect, your hair, your makeup, your outfits, perfect angles and lighting for the pictures, and not to mention a lot of these people spend thousands of dollars, so a lot of money on a specific look. I mean, think about it. Your most of your time, energy, and money is spent on trying to chase perfection that will never actually happen. And isn't that kind of the definition of insanity anyways, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? That's kind of what it sounds like to me. Not to mention the mental effects it's going to have, and I think it's pretty drastic. A lot of your time is seeking validation, and I'm talking about, let me be specific. Instagram baddies or models, or these people who are doing it for likes, attention, or even money. Once you go down that path of chasing perfection, you're going to have endless securities. You're always going to find something else that needs to be tweaked or that you're just not happy with. And all of this for what? Peace, ladies. Welcome back to the Wholeness channel. I'm Ruby, if you don't know me already, and on this channel we like to support women and truly uplift women. So join us for the sisterhood by subscribing. Please like this video and share it with other girls and women you think that would benefit from these types of videos, and please keep watching the video. When we think about this term, baddie, and we think about where it originated from, let's just go back, I think almost 10 years ago. I remember I was in high school, this was becoming a very popular term, and, but it was a little different, right? They used the term bad, you know the second word, right? I'm not going to curse on this channel, I don't curse at all, so remember that term baddie? Yes. We used to call each other that, and well, actually some people still do. And then I think people started to use the term baddie a little more. So this is what I'm talking about, baddie, but we know where it originated from, baddie, right? And I'm sure some people still say it. And then we think about the ringleaders or these influencers, but more I'm going to talk about certain celebrities that have really made us aspire, some women to aspire to look a certain way, right? And obviously we all know these names, Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, rappers like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, or all those people who use that term and try to make it a positive thing and try to sell this idea to you and to me, to us, to the regular women, right? One thing I want to mention about these celebrities or these influencers who are actually getting paid to push this message. Notice in their lyrics or in their messaging how they are promoting a certain lifestyle and a certain image, right? They're promoting either, okay, let me give you an example. In one of Beyonce's songs, which I can try to look for the name of it, she says something about Beyonce says that us ladies, if you're single, that us single ladies will be fine, will be okay being single, and, you know, basically that we don't have a man, we're okay, we're gonna be good, right? And then I want you to pay attention to how her words are not really matching up to her actual real life. In her real life, she's a married woman and she has children, and she, you know, has a husband, a man. So her lyrics and her actions aren't really matching up. And that's just an observation, right? Same thing with Cardi B. Now you may think, you know, from the outside, Cardi B is really dramatic. She's really over the top glamorous, and Her songs are mostly about whatever, twerking, dancing around, whatever it's about. I don't really listen to her songs, but it's all the time in your face anyway, so we all know the gist, right? But then what makes me think about it, what makes me think twice, is seeing her with the clips that I see on social media of her just with her natural hair, no makeup, and her, I'm pretty sure she has a child as well. And you think about these women, let's give you another example. Kim Kardashian. From the plastic surgery and the beauty standpoint, you're never going to be happy with the result. There's always going to be something else that you want to tweak, that you want to change, and that's that, right? And then that's more of like the beauty thing. And then these other people I'm talking about is more about the lifestyle that they're promoting. And another beauty queen, and probably someone who made this term popular as well, I'm not sure if she used it herself to describe herself, but these terms get thrown around and it's attached to certain images, right? Is of course Rihanna. And I don't, for the most part, I think she kind of lived up to her to that term. I'm not calling her a B word or anything, but she kind of lived up to it. Like she's been single for a while and she just had a child, right? But that's my point, is eventually, even if you go that route for a while, there's something innate in us women that do want to settle down one day, have a family, be protected by a man, have a marriage and children, most of us. And of course there are exceptions to the rule, but most of us have an innate longing to be in a family, to start a family, to be surrounded by family members. So why I bring up family with this term is because that term is promoting us to be single, and it's promoting us to be single until it's a little too late for us, you know what I mean? And you have to think about these lyrics if you're listening to them. Why are they getting paid to promote this lifestyle and promote this image of a woman, but in their real life it's not matching up, and they're still settling down, having children, and being a wife? Why is it not matching up? They're promoting a lifestyle for you, but not for them. They want their desires to be fulfilled. They want to have a fulfilling life, but they're promoting something else for your life and for my life. And of course that's a big issue, because isn't that a little fishy? Why would you be promoting something and telling someone else to live their life a certain way when you don't even want to live that way? Also, not to mention, they get paid so much money to deliver this message to us regular women. And us regular women, if we're being silly and we follow these women and we follow these influencers and these celebrities, they are getting paid to do that. So they are not spending time and money and energy. They'll get compensated for it. We will go broke doing that, right? They get paid to do that, and they get paid a lot of money. Some of them get paid millions, some of them get paid thousands. Regardless, they're getting paid a lot of money to push this message out, and in return, they get the lifestyle they want. But that's on the outside, they're pushing this message and acting like that's the epitome of beauty and the epitome of life and what we should be striving for. But in the background, with the doors closed, they are regular women just like us, and they have families, and Cardi B looks beautiful without makeup. She doesn't have to do all that, and I think she's comfortable, you know what I mean? So why are we spending time and money trying to look like something they're not even trying to look like? They don't even want it. It's just a fad. We have been duped. We have been lied to. So think about that. And I know that's kind of intense and I'm getting a little passionate, but I just want us ladies to think about that. Think really carefully, really consider that, how they are putting a message out but not living up to it. And then they expect us to live up to this message. So there are so many issues, and I'll probably have to cut this into a 2-part video because there's a lot surrounding this issue, right? And just really quick, I want to talk to different age groups of women and girls. I'm going to start with our mothers or grandmothers. So, mothers and grandmothers, I'm grateful for you. And I'm talking to my mother right now. I'm grateful for you and I love you very much. And all the other women in my mother's age group or older, I don't think you are fully aware of the damage that is being caused on our younger generations of women and girls. And the reason I say this is because when I kind of bring it up, like, I don't know, I've probably mentioned this in another video, I work with women a lot. I do women's events, and so I talk to a lot of different women, right? I have older friends, I have nieces, I have, you know, I spend time with different ages of women and girls, right? So whenever I bring up stuff like this, I feel like a little more mature women I'm talking to don't fully understand the challenge that we're going through because it didn't really hit your generation as much as ours, right? And it's like to a whole other level that cannot really be understood unless you're growing up in it. And there's a danger in that because if we're not aware of these harmful messages, then we can't be a help to the new generations and to the younger girls. And I just think we need to do a better job at really paying attention to these messages and really talking to younger girls about self-esteem, body image, and about this whole toxic beauty culture that is really has taken off for the worse and has really taken us over as women, right, and girls. And the reason I say that is because like I said, I talked to different ages of girls and women, and I had an experience where I had a girl ask me, a 10-year-old girl ask me how to glow up. And that is such a huge issue. If you don't see the issue, please, I urge you to just be a little more aware and a little more conscious of these messages, these trends, and these terms that are being used to influence our girls and the next generations. I'm talking now to, and thank you very much for listening. So I'm talking to my age group now, and I'm 25. So anyone, you know, in their early 20s to probably, I don't know, you know, 10 years older and 10 years younger. If you're, well, probably not 10 years, yeah, 10 years younger. If you're anywhere around my age group, we kind of got the start of all this madness, right? And of course, Hollywood beauty standards and all that have been around for way longer, but you know that with the internet came a whole different animal, right? So we really need to get ourselves out of that mess, right? And we don't want to continue down that path. And we really need to work on ourselves and be aware and conscious and uplift each other, because I know it's really hard to be influenced in this way. It's harmful and it's hurtful. So the best thing we can do is talk to each other like we are talking now, and just really make sure that we're being there for our friends and our family members and for ourselves, right? Ourselves first. We have to be very strong-minded, and we have to do our personal work, our personal development, you know, journal, do affirmations and praying and everything we need to be doing to protect ourselves. The younger generations, if there are any girls watching this, and girls 15 and younger, please do not get caught up in all this mess. I would urge you to put the phone down, put the tablets down, and stop paying attention to beauty trends, because it's going to be hurtful for you down the line, and you are putting yourself in a position to be hurt. And you may not understand it all right now, but just trust me, coming from an older sister, me, you don't want to go down that path, right? You don't. I would say just focus on being a child for now. and focus on things that you like to do. What are your hobbies? Do you like to do artwork? Are you an outdoor kind of girl? Or do you like animals? What do you like to do? Really focus on your hobbies and do something fun, okay? And don't worry about any of this for now, please. If you need to talk to me, you can always comment on this video and we can chat, okay? Okay, thank you for letting me speak to all age groups. I know this is kind of a long message, but it's so important and we need to talk about it more. So the point of my videos isn't to be entertaining, it's to really help, right? So you know what? I'm going to make this into a 2-part series so it's not too much at once. So I'm going to cut it here at this video and then join me for part 2, and I'm going to talk about, you know, maybe another alternative to this bad bee thing, because like I said, I don't see it benefiting us in any way. And I want to leave this video with this last message. When I said for what in the beginning of this message, what are we really doing this for? I want you to really consider that question and think about it. Why are we putting ourselves through all this stress and focusing so much on our looks? Is it because we're being unconscious and we're following messages from these influencers and celebrities that push this message out to us? Or is it truly self-motivated? I really want you to consider that question. Also, I want you to consider, where will this lifestyle take you 10, 20, 30, 40, or even 50 years down the line? Where do you think, if you go on this path and you continue to focus on looks and you continue to compare yourself and you continue to feed your insecurities and you continue to pick at yourself, where do you think that's going to leave you as a more mature woman? Please consider that. And in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. Alright. I hope that wasn't too much for you, but like I said, it's very important, and I'm here to encourage you and inspire you to do better for yourself, okay? Alright, ladies, I'll see you in the next one. Alright, peace.